Yo, what's going on, you guys, and welcome back to the Anime Plus podcast. This is your podcast for everything anime and anime related. And today's episode is another news edition episode where we go over this week's anime news, manga news, sometimes gaming and entertainment. But yeah, if this is your first time here, I'm your boy Aray, and I'm with my co-host Owen. Owen, bro, how you doing, my guy?
Doing good, bro. Doing good. Honestly, mood's been better. Weather's been better, y'all. I think that might be the reason. I be coming out of work, it's like hot. I don't really need to be wearing a jacket anymore. How is it out in your place?
Bro, we got back-to-back 70-degree weather. We played ball on Thursday, and I'm like, damn, bro, it's nice as hell out today. Let's ball again. And I'd be sore as hell, bro, but I'm still like the weather's just so nice that you can't pass up a day outside. You know what I mean?
Literally, bro. I was actually playing ball on Saturday in Brooklyn. Shit was fun.
Do you ever go to those one courts? I see them all the time. I don't know where they are. They're like they're kind of indoor, but not really. It's like outdoor, but it's like covered.
You're talking about Dumbo.
I think it is Dumbo.
Yeah. I think yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, I've been there a ton of times.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, that's sick, bro. I'm trying to let's go there next time, bro.
Next time you pull up, we'll do city bikes over there, and then we'll also ball.
Well, I don't know if I could ride a bike, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you.
We'll take the ferry from there. Honestly, I'm pretty sure we could take the ferry from there. It's a nice little ride on the ferry. You been on the ferry?
Yeah, I went with you, remember?
Yeah, okay. Bro, I've been so many times. Like it's yeah. But yeah, we could go we could definitely do that next time we come. But yeah, speaking of, let's get back on track.
Yeah, so as always, we're gonna start off with kind of a crazy story. We've been doing a lot of random lawsuits, and honestly, bro, I still know nothing about how the law works, bro, but this one's kind of crazy, bro. So Nintendo is seeking a subpoena for Discord. Um, Long story short, this one leaker by the name of Game Freak Out allegedly leaked roughly 2,606 current and former Game Freak employees' information. And all in all, it's about like a terabyte of data that was all leaked.
Holy shit, bro.
So
Shit's getting leaked out here. Wait. So
yeah, so there's a Discord server named Freak Leak, right?
yeah.
That user that we mentioned earlier, Game Freak Out, he leaked like so much data. Again, terabyte of data is massive. So
Yeah.
of all things, it's like names, information, addresses of all the employees and workers that worked at Game Freak, which does all the Pokemon games. We also got like information on the upcoming projects and assets of and their games and upcoming games and crazy stuff like that. So it's like all this information was leaked. So obviously Nintendo was seeking a subpoena to kind of yeah, it's kind of cover up for this mess.
What's a subpoena?
Bro, I was hoping you would know, bro.
I'm not
I
that good at the judiciary, whatever,
I
you know.
think a subpoena is like you ask the court for permission to like um look into like information that's protected. So like for example, Nintendo seeking a subpoena of this Discord user, so they're trying to get information about this Discord user, and then they're gonna have this user testify in court. I think that's what it is.
So basically, they're auditing them.
I guess that's a way to explain it. But yeah, bro, I was never into law like that, bro, like Law and Order type shit, bro. I don't know, bro.
Exactly, bro. So when you told, that's the first thing I asked. I was like, "What's a subpoena, bro?" There's no way I knew what that shit was.
I go hold you, bro. I took a course in college called business law, bro. I don't remember shit, bro.
I think I took the same course.
Yeah, it was like one of those intro courses,
It
bro.
was an intro course. Yeah. I took the same exact course.
That's
It was
crazy.
like a lot of like negligence and bullshit like that.
Yeah, it was like basic shit. It's like, oh, what's a contract? And I was like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that just goes to show you, right? School is pretty much bullshit. I'm joking.
that's crazy.
Let's get on to the next one, bro.
All right.
Lay
So
it.
next one is not necessarily 100% confirmed, but we're gonna report it anyways. We got a Twitter user by the name of Manga Mogura. They somewhat confirmed, but not really, that we're getting a second season of Ashi. Ashi is honestly one of the most fire sports anime I've watched in the past 4 or 5 years. I think the last season came out in 2022, so it's been a minute, and the manga is actually ending very soon as well. So it's only a matter of time before we get that second season. So supposedly on a major like comic or a major pu comic publishing company, there was like some pictures which indirectly hints at a season two, but again, nothing is 100% confirmed. But we're still gonna say that it is. We're getting a season two.
So you know what this is about?
Yeah. So do you know how Blue Lock is all about soccer and how like it gets crazy? They have that battle royale type of thing.
Yeah.
This is way more traditional. We got a main character who's in love with the game. He kind of gets scouted onto a team. So he gets scouted. He gets kind of compelled to join
What,
a
a national team? Like what type of team?
a high school team.
Okay.
And these are like the best of the best. Like this is like in Blue Lock they have those guys that try out for like the national team.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In this specific team, there's like it's like a national team, but not necessarily the national team.
I get you. Okay.
So, anyways, he gets scouted. He's very raw. He has high potential. The coach sees it, and then from then on, he's like learning about his game. And he has somewhat of the same ability that Isagi does. Like he's very aware of the court and what's going on. Not court necessarily, the field. He's got like a Chris Paul type of vision. You know what I mean?
So he's like a playmaker.
He's a playmaker, exactly. He was actually trained to be a striker, so that's like the direction the series takes
So,
him
he, so
converting
he's
from
pretty much an Isagi copy.
kind of. I want to say the series came out before Blue Lock though.
So
But
Isagi just copied this. No, I'm joking.
I would say that he's more of like a Rin, not Rin, Saitoshi, where he wanted to be a striker and then he kind of converts to a midfielder, making all those passes and whatnot.
Fielder. So he's not a striker?
He was originally a striker and then he joins the team and then the coach kind of sees that he's not a striker per se.
Yo, low key, I kind of want to watch this.
It's good, bro. It's like it's very classic in terms of like, you don't get like the crazy egotistical shit that happens in Blue Lock. It's like way more straightforward. It's way more positional based where it's not like, oh, everyone's a striker. We have defenders here, we have a goalie, we have strikers, we have midfielders, defensemen, everything. So I actually learned more about soccer from this anime than I did in Blue Lock. Um, but nonetheless, like all the characters are unique. You can see they all look pretty cool. I would still say Blue Lock has way better character design, way more character influence, but nonetheless, like this is still a fire series, bro, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna watch it. Um, you're gonna have to remind me to watch this. When does this second season come out?
They haven't announced it like completely yet, so it's technically unofficial.
So right before that second season comes out, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I'll let
I'm starting to like sports anime. I mean,
you.
I've watched this. I watched the shit out of Haikyuu. Um, I don't know. It kind of reminds me of old shonen. The way it's like the way sports anime plays out, like Haikyuu,
Yeah,
like it's very predictable. Like it's fucking very predictable. But it's like this shit's gonna happen, but it's like I don't know, it's just fun to watch. You know what I mean?
yeah. I would say that this series is closer to Haikyuu than it is to Blue Lock, even though both
Yeah.
are the sports anime and soccer anime.
That's kind of what I expected from it. So honestly, you know, I'm not disappointed.
No, I would definitely recommend this if you're into it and you want like a change of pace with Blue Lock. Like honestly, bro, this is a dub, bro. I love this series.
Yeah. I mean, I need new shit to watch soon, but I have a lot to catch up to. So once the second season comes, I really like the that artwork right there.
Right here, where you see all the characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, I do feel like this is gonna be a good one. So yeah,
Yes.
let's get on to the next one, brother.
All right, so next one is kind of a cool one. So Toonami's still going on, and they have like a slate kind of near midnight where it's like 12 to 3, and they air like a bunch of anime during that
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
So now they're actually adding in Bleach Thousand Year Blood War within that time slate. So
Finally, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, even though I don't watch it, what that's gonna do is it's gonna put on a lot of people to actually not that many people watch TV anymore, I think. What do you think?
it's true, but I also feel like it's kind of nice to have because a lot of people like from 12 to 3 is like such a unique time slot because most people are either asleep or doing random shit. You know what I mean? So this is the perfect time for somebody that's up during this time. It's very niche. You know what I mean? Like they have the programming schedule there. And if you look at some of the series that are on there, they're either super old or they're super relevant. So I can go through it right now. So this is what the schedule is going to look like starting May 17th. But here it is. Firstly, we have at 12 a.m. we have Lazarus, which is the new MAPPA and Adult Swim anime.
Yeah,
First one. So that's new.
that's nice.
Yeah. And then we're gonna have Bleach Thousand Year Blood War at 12:30, which is also new. Then we're gonna have at 1 a.m. we're gonna have Blue Exorcist Kyoto Saga, which came out at the end of last year, and depending where it is, what part they're adapting, it might be the one from 2024 or 2023. And then from 1:30 to essentially 2:30, we have One Piece, which I'm assuming is older episodes because we have Naruto and Sailor Moon right after that, which have been done for quite some time.
We'd like to see One Piece on that. Hell yeah.
Yes, sir. But yeah, I just feel like it's like a good mix and balance between a new content versus old content. But again, like I feel like it's very niche. Like again, most people are streaming, but for people that don't have streaming services or for people that are awake during that time that actually watch TV, this is like the perfect anime to add within that because it draws comparisons to almost every series that's on this list. And like if you like any of those series, you're gonna like Bleach as well.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, a classic legend returns to, TV. So, okay.
Sorry, bro. It's yeah, times are changing though. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, if I was young, I was a kid, bro. I would still like remember Toonami back in the day, bro. I was so hyped for all the series that were on there, and now it's not the same. Like nobody really watches TV like that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, so my first thought was like, bro, it's about to be sick, right?
Hmm.
That and like a lot of people are gonna come and watch this because they're watching TV. But it's not like, bro, on like a Saturday morning, every kid did the same routine, and they
Right,
went and they watched TV. But that's not a thing anymore. Like it's not. Where like you'll get up at 9 a.m. to go watch fucking TV. It's like, let me go pick up my iPad, go on Netflix and watch whatever the fuck I want. You know?
right. It's different, bro. Like back then, everyone was watching the same thing, and I feel like that was kind of a vibe, bro. You know what I mean? Like we don't really get that same effect nowadays. Like there are certain series that you do where everyone's watching like Stranger Things or everyone's watching, for example, The Last of Us week to week. But that doesn't really happen as much as it used to because now there's so many different types of shows. There's so much different content, different streaming services. So it's just weird, bro.
It's crazy because like you whenever you meet somebody and you get to know them, I feel like one question that you run into a lot is like, yeah, what type of shows do you watch as a kid, you know? And then you kind of bond over like Pokemon, Ben 10, Nick, Disney, whatever, right?
Mhm.
But I feel like that's not a thing that can happen anymore
Right.
because everybody's literally watching their own thing.
Exactly, bro.
It's kind of insane. But yeah, because like I seen that with my nephews, Loki.
Bro, so let me ask you something, bro. If you know,
Yeah.
do you think that like your parents or like I guess the adults in your life influence what you like how a kid grows up nowadays in terms of like what they watch. Because I remember back then it was like whatever was on Disney, whatever was on Cartoon Network. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, 100%, 100%.
But now it's like, yo, if your dad's just putting you onto their Netflix account, or if they have like, I don't know, man, like they're like, ah, nah, you just got YouTube, Coco Melon type shit. Like, I feel like that influences how a kid grows up now too. You know what I mean? It's just weird.
Yeah, 100%. It's like it depends on what you put on now on YouTube or like if there's also parental control and like if you don't do that then they're not even watching YouTube anymore, bro. They're watching shorts. And that
Right.
shit is frying the brain. I can't lie to you.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. This shit is crazy, bro. It's like I want to say that like nowadays, like life is so much more easier than it was, but at the same time, I feel like sometimes like it might have been better the way it was before. I don't know, bro. Hot take.
I think we got the best of both.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
where like when we grew up, that's when technology started getting crazier. But
Hmm.
like when we were younger, it was still very normal to do outside type activities. Everyone was watching their own like the same thing. Like just it was just less. Everyone was doing the same shit basically. Now
Yeah,
there's so many options, stuff to do that
yeah,
like yeah, everyone's doing their own shit.
it's crazy, bro.
But yeah, I'm also speaking as someone that's not a kid. So if my information is false, that's just how I'm presuming stuff.
Well, we gotta get your nephews on the pod. Now I'm playing.
Oh, but this is all perceived like, bro, my nephews watch TikTok and YouTube shorts and stuff like that. It's like that's the shit. Like um
Yeah, my brother-in-law's.
random YouTube videos too.
How old's your oldest nephew?
10.
Yeah, my brother-in-law's like 13, I think. 13. Yeah, he's 13, and he'd be on YouTube Shorts only because he don't got TikTok, but it's YouTube Shorts. It's the same shit.
Yeah, yeah. YouTube shorts is just like 6 month old TikToks.
The dude be hitting me up. He's like, "Yo, how's the huzz?" I'm like, "You mean your sister?"
I'm dead, bro. Uh,
Dude. Anyways, bro, let's move on to the next one,
I'm weak that he said that he said Huz.
bro. Are you a Star Wars fan by any chance?
Not really.
All right, same here, but here's some Star Wars news for you. So there is this new series coming out called The Ninth Jedi. It's getting a limited series in 2026. Obviously, it's an anime adaptation. That's why we're talking about it. Bro, I don't know shit about Star Wars. I was about to say anime. I don't know shit about Star Wars. I know there was a Star Wars anime that came out last year or 2 years ago, but again, I don't know nothing about Star Wars, bro. I was hoping you did.
Yeah, you don't have the right person here. Not a Star Wars person. Honestly, I might watch it.
Yeah, I heard the other one was pretty good too, but again, bro, I couldn't tell you for sure.
I heard the series is just fire, you know?
Yeah, I was
That's
never into like the intergalactic stuff, bro.
yeah, honestly, me either. I wasn't either. That's just keep me on my Pokemon shit, you know?
Yeah, bro. But yeah, if you are a Star Wars fan, bro, this might be one for you. And let me know. Let us know. Join our Discord. Link is in the description. Let us know what you guys think about this series.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, bro. This one's fire, bro. We talked about it a little while ago, but it's finally coming around. On May 15th, we're getting a the debut. So Kakegurui is an anime that's all about a private school where everyone basically gambles to determine social statuses. So we're getting a live action version of this series. It's not necessarily this series per se. It's kind of like based off of that anime series. It's called Bet, and it's gonna have some of the same similarities and same premise. So I'm actually kind of excited to see this. I've never actually watched Kakegurui, but as somebody, bro, that like enjoys gambling series and watching it, bro, I think I might enjoy this one.
I mean, it seems pretty interesting. So like it the way I'm perceiving this is like, bro, it's gonna be kind of crazy because in gambling you can lose all your money in one hit. Like you could lose it, right?
Yeah.
So your social status is based on luck, essentially.
And that could be one way. It could also be on how good you are at cheating, bro. Because let's be honest, bro,
Oh, true.
counting cards, which according to some people is cheating, but nonetheless, like you don't get caught. If you don't get caught cheating, bro, you're chilling, bro. So it could be also how good you are psychologically or how good you are at cheating.
Yeah, that's a very true option.
Yeah, no, I might watch this to be honest, bro.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever watched Tomodachi? Uh,
No.
Tomodachi game. Dude, that anime is fire, bro. I actually ended up reading the entire manga, bro. There was a section in there where they actually had to gamble. Bro, that shit was awesome, bro.
Loki, this seems like a very fun anime. I mean, a fun show.
Yeah, yeah, I might beat this to be honest.
Honestly, I might too. It might be one of those like, um, what was that? Squid Games type of like the
Yeah,
hype, you know, the hype that it brings.
yeah, for sure.
It's like it could be that.
All right, you want to move on to the next one?
Look at it.
All right, bro. Next one, bro. We got some Demon Slayer news. And again, it's gonna be a little bit triggering to you, Owen. It's about a film that's returning to North American theaters, bro. So the original Mugen Train anime film is coming back to North American theaters starting May 14th. This time it's getting 4K screenings. I can hear you laughing, bro.
No, low key, that was a car. That was a loud ass car, bro. It was like a definitely a V8 something.
Yeah, bro. It's
Tell
to-
me loud. But yeah. I mean, I've already accepted the death, like the pain. You know what I mean? I've already accepted it, kinda. So
See, I don't mind this one because it's as long as they brand it as a rescreen, bro. Like it's just like film coming back. If you're a fan of the series, you can go out and watch it. But if you get played thinking that this is the new Demon Slayer movie, nah, that's fucked, bro.
so what is this?
So Mugen Train, bro, which also got an anime adaptation.
Oh way, bro.
It's back, bro.
That's fucked. That's fucked. That's actually fucked, bro. Fuck it, whatever
I'm
it is.
cool with them bringing it back as long as it's marketed the right way, like ethically. Like if people hear, oh, Demon Slayer movie, they go out to the theaters thinking it's the new one that's supposed to be like the ending, the Infinity Castle one, bro. That's messed up. But if it's just like catering to fans that enjoy the original movie or whatever. Because again, remember, this was a top five grossing anime film. Then it's fine, I guess.
Yeah, but they're fuck. It's like, do regular movies do this shit?
Sometimes,
In like a 10-year anniversary, maybe. Not like
this would be about 5 years, I guess. So probably less than that, to be honest.
that's what I'm saying. It's some bullshit.
Yeah, it's four, not even 4 years.
Me and you both know it's some bullshit. We're just trying to grab some money. As
Yeah,
you,
100%. I don't know how much money they're trying to raise, bro. It's actually kind of crazy, bro.
yeah, it's
Hey,
kind of
bro, I guess get the bag, bro. Get their money, bro. As long as they make the final movie fire, bro.
yeah, exactly.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
Yeah,
All right, so we're getting a nice little collab here. It's Ume Musume. Um, the creator of the anime is called Psy Games. They're partnering up with the 151st Kentucky Derby. So, do you know what the Kentucky Derby?
that's the horse stuff.
Yeah, horse racing. So this anime in particular is actually about horse racing. So it's about the horses are turned into girls, and these girls are raced. And I was actually talking to one dude in our Discord. He was telling me that the girls in this series are actually based off of real horses that actually race in the Kentucky Derby, or at least in a particular race. So like whatever the name of the horse is gets a like a female representation in this anime. So I actually thought that was pretty cool. But the anime Ume Musume is partnering up with the 151st Kentucky Derby. So at least they're getting recognized, bro. It's like an anime partnering up with them. It's pretty cool.
That shit is weird, bro. What do you mean cool?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I thought it was a little bit weird too, but then I saw the animation on that shit, bro. That shit is fire, bro.
Really? Look, I'm
Bro,
just looking at that fourth picture. Like, what am I looking at?
yeah, that's it, bro. But like, dude, if you have a second, bro, do me a solid and just type in Ume Musume, like, I don't know, something on YouTube or whatever. Bro, you'll see some of the craziest animation, bro.
Damn, bro. Honestly, I did not expect that.
Me neither, bro. Like girl, like horses turning into girls in racing, bro. Like I don't know how I feel about that, but then it's like, damn, bro, this shit looks sick, bro. Like if you're just like a fan of animation, bro, it's something that you want to peep.
Ish. Okay, I'm gonna.
All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, bro. Speaking of random collaborations or random, I guess, animation stuff, bro. So Yu-Gi-Oh is getting a short anime debut on YouTube. So they're doing YouTube shorts essentially. Remember how One Piece did a couple
Okay.
long ago?
Didn't we predict this shit?
Yeah, we did.
Literally.
We really did. We
The
were talking.
first thing that was said was like, yeah, a lot of other like shows are gonna copy it. But yeah, expected.
Yeah.
But what's your thoughts on this?
I think it's fine. You know, the fans that will enjoy this series will enjoy it. Like I tried watching the One Piece one, it was in Japanese, so I couldn't really watch it like that. And then there's the Pokemon shorts that have been coming out recently too. Those ones did really well. So it only makes sense for a company very similar to, at least a franchise very similar to, maybe not One Piece, but to Pokemon. It makes sense that they would do something like this too.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of anime, like different animes are gonna do this. And they're just probably the quickest ones to it. And it's honestly, it's like with fighting anime, it's easier because you can just do like battles.
Right.
You know what I mean? In a short. So it just works out perfectly, especially for like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, you know?
My only thing that I'd be worried about is if we get too much time spent on these shorts rather than an actual series.
Too much time and effort. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, to be honest though, I don't know how many people still watch Yu-Gi-Oh! So I don't know, man. Maybe it makes sense for them to do this.
I don't know, but all I know is that um they better come out with some good shorts, bro, because I'll be tuned in.
Yeah, bro. Yu-Gi-Oh's fire, bro.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next one. We got a couple of new anime series that have just been announced. So the first one on the list we have is called I Made Friends with the Second Prettiest Girl in My Class. That's getting a TV anime coming out in 2026.
Wait, what? What are these titles, bro?
Bro, the funniest thing is it's not even the prettiest girl, it's the second prettiest
Like
girl.
this is what I mean. Like what's going on here?
Bro, let's read the synopsis, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Maki Mahara is always on his own at school. He has no friends or hobbies others share, and he doesn't expect the upcoming academic year to be any different, even surrounded by new faces. And 6 months later, it seems like he was right, until he runs into his popular classmate Umi Asanagi at a video store. Always at the center of attention and called the second prettiest in class by the boys, Asanagi is from a totally different world, but it turns out the two have more overlapping interests than just the B grade movies they came out to check out. And Asanagi makes ask Maihara to be her friend. Okay. So essentially it's about a guy and a girl in the same class to just vibe over some random shit. Like or I guess like movies, B grade movies. I don't know, bro.
Something like that. I mean, is this something you'd watch?
I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. I couldn't tell you. I like that the art side on this though. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, honestly, not something I'd watch realistically, but um still cool.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if this turns into like a either like a rom-com or like a nice little romance, bro, and somebody tells me that's really good, I gotta check it out. Then I might give it a shot. But I've been into those recently, bro. I don't know what it is, bro. I've been trying to watch more.
Rom-coms and shit.
Yeah, I'm still not as much as most people. I probably watched like one this anime season, but still, yeah, I've been trying to get into them.
I feel like I can never get into that.
Yeah, yeah,
I
I
need to
respect
I need to give it a try though. I
that.
just say this, but I need to give it a try.
Yeah, yeah. Let's move on to the next one, bro.
Yep.
So this next one is called Easygoing Territory Defense by the Optimistic Lord is getting a TV anime.
Again, what?
I can
Easy
read you the
going,
synopsis, dog.
easy going territory defense. Like what the fuck? But what is this? Okay, what's this? Do we have a synopsis here?
Yeah, I got you. Ready?
Yeah.
Ben, the fourth son of a powerful noble, is only 2 years old when he remembers his past life as a salaryman in Japan. With his adult brain and young body, he is considered a child prodigy until he displays a production magic skill when he turns 8. In a family that favors offensive magic, this crafting skill is considered useless in battle, and Van is banished to oversee a tiny country town in disgrace. With only his personal maid, the memories of his past life, and his worthless magic, can Van improve the fortunes of this little village and himself.
Oh, he just gets a restart?
I ain't gonna lie, this one actually seems pretty interesting, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, like it's definitely an isekai. The dude is a regular average day salaryman in Japan. He pops out to a world that has magic and he doesn't get magic. But as a young kid, he's seen as a genius until they find out his magic is useless. And then now he's basically trying to run his own little country. I think that's pretty cool. You know, make a name for himself. It's not bad.
nah, I like it. I like the adventure part of it.
It gives me the
Mushoku
progression
vibes.
aspect. I mean, you really like,
It
you know,
gives me Mushoku vibes.
yeah, it's a little Mushoku because it's a guy, but it's also like bro's trying to start a whole kingdom, bro. Or bro's trying to like get dumb rich in the isekai world. I don't know, bro. I kind of like it.
That's why I like the isekai genre. And like not that I've seen that many, but the one that I've seen has been amazing. Like is amazing.
Yeah.
But it's because they can use the knowledge from their old world in the new world, and then it's like a cheat code.
Yeah, I like that too, and I also like some of this guy because some of them are out of pocket, but this one in particular, you can definitely put yourselves in the shoes of the main character. Like you're just an average salaryman, and now you're like trying to build a whole kingdom. I feel like that's more fun, and that's why I like those type of isekais.
100%. No, I agree with you. Even though I just have to see a lot more isekai.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the last and final story of today. This is also a new anime coming out in October 2025. 2025. It's called A Star Brighter Than the Sun.
Okay. What is this about?
All right, so this is about a romance series. It's between a girl and a guy, Sai and Koki. They've been friends since childhood. One fateful day at the end of middle school, she has a revelation. Koki has grown up. Now they're in high school, and she has another revelation. She has feelings for Koki. But Sai isn't the only girl who does. The question is, who does Koki have feelings for? So it looks like the dude evolved. I actually did a little bit more digging into the synopsis, so I feel like this one was not that bad. The
Okay.
dude, the dude was like shorter than the girl, so I actually watched the trailer,
Okay.
and they were just like friends. They were like whatever, and then she never really thought anything of him, and then they weren't in touch for years, and then they finally recount her, bro. They finally meet up with each other, and then she's like, "Damn, he be looking good, bro." You know what I mean? The dude had a glow up type shit.
Oh shit. Okay.
So she starts catching feelings for him, but she finds out that he's like OD popular. So she's kind of worried that other people have feelings for him, and if he has feelings for somebody else. So that's basically what this is. The
So she's getting insecure?
somewhat, yeah. It's just kind of like the dude glowed up, bro. But they were friends from before. You know what I mean? So she has that advantage, I guess.
All I know is when they don't take you at your worst, they don't deserve you at your best.
Mm,
Sheesh, right?
damn, bro. Yes, sir.
Type shit.
Type shit for real, bro.
Type shit, bro. That's how it be.
Yeah. It'd be mad funny because usually with these series, the shit ends up working out, bro. It'd be mad fucking funny, bro.
What's up?
This had a twist and and the dude's like, nah, bro, fuck out of here. That'd be hilarious.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what should happen, but yeah. But yeah, interesting. Let's see what he does.
Yes, sir. All right, I think that's gonna be it for this episode. Not a crazy week in terms of content, in terms of quality, but we do have some decent stories, you know what I mean? But I guess with that being said, that's gonna be it for this episode. Again, all links to these articles will be in the description. So if you want to do more digging on your own, it's there. Or if you guys want to join our Discord, link is there as well. And we can talk about more of these series that are coming out, more of the new ones, or just if you had any thoughts on this episode in general, or if you just want to hang out and vibe and chill.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. Till next time, y'all have a great one. Peace.
Peace.